Hey, Sunshine Monet with the affirmations to enjoy your day with Sunshine Monet. You are listening to Chakra Music. I came through with intentions of destruction. You said you wanted freedom, well it's me then that you wanted. I moved in gratitude as my soul was being summoned. The consciousness has returned, Christ is really coming. I make these flows for the souls adrift in indigo. I make some goals for they glow since they was embryos. Access the records, they lectures, keep your principles. Enemies infect you, don't let them reach your pinnacles. Reversing curses that's embedded in religions. They wound up in your soul, that's why you feel tension. I'm remixing declensions before Sumerians existed. It's something in the water, don't get caught, you'll get acidic. I bury enemies, pay pinnacles to the witness. You say my name in threes, I appear in your vision. Write Iliads in me, I'm the witcher in your system. Silly as can be, there's no opposite in infinite. I'm the goddess of crossroads, touching all directions. With the skull and crossbones that cause to the vexes. I applaud the protectors, I'm the god of inflection. They see the demon in me and still pause the respecters. I need no translation, vibrating from universe. My throat mansplaining while my yoni do the work. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arts. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs.
Enoch 7 prophet, move like the full winds do. My energy is useful, my thoughts are old school. So I move with a Bob Slim. Say I'm sexy, haircut like Anita Baker, real lovely. Caught up in the rapture, it's kinda risque. Kisses and faces on public is real frisky. Touche.
You are listening to Chakra Music.
We still calling down. For the 50 years of hip hop, support the God Knowledge Born, Student Knowledge Radio, 8 years. The knowledge is accumulation of all facts. People the gods of earth.
If you love me, say you're loving me, man. Don't wait till I'm gonna say you're loving me, fam. Cause when it's said and done, then you said nothing. You gon' be wishing that you would've said something. I can't smell a tree when I'm 6 feet deep in the box with dirt thrown on top of me. Why you wanna wait till I'm not breathing to cry on my chest and tell me how you was feeling? You say I'll tell them, let them see me at my best, but you're not knowing how much time is left. You keep saying when you get around to it, but they say the same thing, so nobody ever do it. I've been through it, wishing I could take it back, turn the clock back to where we fell out at. If I could, I'd part waters like Moses and give you dozens while you can still smell the roses.
Still got love here, even though all the love was gone. I do what my brothers do, come on what my brothers.
All right, peace and black power family. Welcome to another episode of Do the Knowledge Radio. Place for Knowledge is Born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Online. Don't adjust your screen, okay? She is really here, okay? She is really here. Don't be thinking like that's a mirage. Nothing wrong with your glasses. Nothing is wrong with your computer screen. Nothing is wrong with your cell phone. She is here, okay? After many years of begging and pleading, Mother God is really here to show us some love, okay? She's like, I guess, tiny human, okay? I guess I can spend a little time with you today, okay? So we're here to be elevated by love, by the only one that can bestow love upon you, okay? Let me tell you something about black women, okay? Can't nobody give you love, okay, other than a black woman. I don't know what the internet done told you. I don't know what all these lists and all of this other stuff is going on. If you're black, you came out of a black womb, and that is the greatest love of all, okay? You came out of that womb, okay? You came out of that womb, so we're here to realign ourselves with the cosmic womb, the cosmic mother space, the cosmic divine feminine to get us back in line and in order, because we out of pocket and we out of order, okay? That sign is up that say out of order, you know, because we got a lot of BS going on. So we're about to get back in line and we're about to be back realigned and elevated by love. So we're here with the loved one, okay? Mother love to give us some of that love. So it becomes my honor and privilege at this time to introduce some of the others. And welcome back here to Do the Knowledge Radio, the phenomenal, multi-talented, multifaceted, healing modality mastermind. Our godmother, Queen Latifa, is in the building. Give it to her, Queen. I got it. Give it to her, Queen Latifa.
I always tell people I came out before she did. So
Right. Okay. Next. How you been? It's been forever. Been forever.
yes, I am good. Everything is going well and moving in an onward and forward progressing trajectory. So I can give nothing but thanks and honor to my ancestors, and I give honor to your ancestors as well for giving you the thought to even bring me on again. So super excited about this interview.
You've been hella busy over the years, so we got some catching up to do here. Hold on. What is going on with the... Give us a second. These technical difficulties is for real. So let's do something in the meantime. Figure this out. Oh, we good. All right. No, it's all good. Look. I guess it's in the air. It's in the transits, right? It's happening. So, as I was saying, before the transits took over, it's been a minute. You've been involved in so many things. I don't even know where to start at, but update us. Reiki Master. You got classes. You healing people. You got the healing hands. You went from back smacking people because you're from New York, back smacking people, to putting the healing hands on people. Not the healing hands and feet, but the healing hands, and so many magnificent things over the years. Wherever you want to start, where you been at, what you been doing and stuff.
I know. I don't even remember how much stuff I've been doing, but it's been a lot. Always first and foremost working on myself so that I am in alignment with what I need to be doing in this earthly plane and what my purpose is, and figuring out like what it is that I need to be doing to assist the community. So that's always first and foremost. Through the years, just elevating myself, becoming better, I try not to use the word better, becoming different, because who knows what better is? Better than what, honestly. But just working on myself, continuing this Reiki journey to certify, people who are interested in learning about Reiki and Reiki healing. I've started out with Usui Reiki. Now I'm on the Karuna Ki Reiki journey, and I expect to be certified in that by the end of the year, and then move on to another form of Reiki, because Reiki has just been an amazing tool that's helped me and a lot of people I know personally. So just continuing to share this knowledge and this light with people, give them different tools and modalities that they can use to assist them with their own energy. Also working in the Tantra space with my sister Riziki Zafira, aka Sharita Evans, aka no, but definitely
AKA. Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yes,
AKA.
definitely. With the Akhura Temple, just helping her to continue to develop her program and just move forward with her to help and support her in that. I'm co-facilitating the first level of Akhura Tantra with her and my other cohort, Everett Lake. So we're just getting this information out here. Also dipped over into the coaching scene. So I am a certified Condor coach. Yes, and the Condor approach is about psychedelics. So assisting people with, learning about psychedelics, understanding psychedelics, knowing which psychedelic is for you, finding the right practitioner, and also helping people to integrate the experiences that they have through psychedelics, because a lot of people are having these amazing journeys, but when they go home, it's nothing like, their experience either in the community setting that they had it in, or even if they've had private ceremonies or did any, psychedelics on their own, just not knowing how to be able to integrate that information into their everyday lives and how they can actually put more credence to what it is that they received in the journey and bring it back for themselves and for others. So assisting people with that and seeing how, they can integrate that information and not just leave it by the wayside. Because a lot of people have these spectacular journeys and they're like, oh my God, I can't do the same things that I was doing before. I don't want to work here. I don't want to do this. But figuring out how are we going to gradually get you into a space that you would like to be in, and just understanding that. What else? I had a child. Because I don't think I had a child.
No.
Give it up to the child. So yes, I had a daughter. She'll be 4 at the beginning of next year. So I know, right? Exactly. That's exactly what
Where does the time go? I was looking at the time, and the time has escaped me.
It's escaping me too, because I'm like, oh my goodness, another little 4 years then crept past. But yeah, it's just that's been a journey as well. So just incorporating all of that into, just the healing modalities and just using it to help me become a different type of mother. Not necessarily that I was raised incorrectly or not the best way. However, I do want to change some of the, generational choices and generational patterns that I see within my own bloodline. So just working on myself so that I can be able to pinpoint those particular things and then work to get some change.
Yes. So your journey into everything, because he was over here, and then it's like, oh, what you just touched on, some takeaways from recognizing generational patterns. I'm so glad that you didn't use that C word, because we'd be like, yeah, we out here breaking generational.
No.
I need all of that. So how do we help people navigate? How do you help people navigate to the space or to the point of recognition? Because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. It's ingrained.
Exactly.
You go in that loop and that cycle. So you the 50,000 version of this right here.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do you help them recognize those patterns and see if they're beneficial or detrimental? And if they're detrimental, how do we eradicate them? And if they're beneficial, how do we plus them up?
So personally, I believe the energy work helps a lot with that. Because I'll just reference a session that I just had a couple days ago, where initially when we did our consultation, she was telling me about, a few different problems that she was experiencing and just feeling like stuck and kind of stagnant in as far as the energy was concerned. As I did the work on her, some different things had come up for me, some different things that I had noticed as far as her energy and some of the, I would say, symptoms that she was having, which brought her to me in the first place. I just realized that this stuff may be connected to her maternal connection, or her connection to the feminine energy. And by me saying that, it just opened up a whole new door of, her figuring out that, she had some different struggles and challenges with her maternal line and also with her daughter. And through the session, she was able to just realize that there was a different path for her to take, for her to see the situation in another way, for her to experience the relationship that she has with her own child in another way, which allowed her to be able to take a step back and decide that she wasn't going to handle the situation the same way going forward. And she was able to have her own epiphany about what she needed to do going forward, how she could help support her daughter more, in their relationship and strengthen their bond between one another. So I just consider myself to be a guide to help you realize a lot of the things that you already know within yourself. And then I just come through with the confirmation a lot of the times. But I am going to help people dig out what they feel like it is that they need, what they see on the surface as being something that's a generational pattern. Because sometimes a lot of people don't sit and take the time to see what the patterns are. And I don't know if I ever actually had sat down to figure out what our patterns in my family were either until it was presented to me. So I think that presenting the question, opening the space for people to be able to speak about these different things and honestly have a dialogue with people who aren't going to judge them. I think that's the easiest way to help people to be aware, first and foremost, of a generational pattern. Because sometimes people don't want to look into that space because they think someone is going to criticize them or look at them differently. So they'll try to sweep that stuff under the rug, which is what we've been doing, in our generational lines for a long time, instead of actually dealing with whatever it is, acknowledging whatever the issue is, and then, switch that around, acknowledging whatever it is, and then finding a solution that's going to work. First of all, I say within your design, because I think a lot of us are living in a construct that someone else created. So that's something that I'm also creating is as a support group, and also a more expansive space for people to be able to just have the conversation so that they can be supported to find out these different things, because it can be a lot and it can be heavy work. But if people are interested in doing the work, there are different things that we can do out here to kind of, flesh those different things out. And that can be through coaching, that can be through group settings where, you have other people who are along the same path as you, dealing with the same types of experiences, and we're sharing this information together so that we can help, honestly help the collective, because we all we got. So we gotta get this thing together.
Yes, we all we got, and we're all we need. And the only way we're gonna get there is together.
Exactly.
Not together. Together.
You gotta put the U-V on it. Together, like in our language.
Yes. So elevated by love. What's the backstory? What's the jewels? What's the tea? What's the tequila?
So with that, I don't even know how that name came to me. It just kind of dropped in one day, and I'm like, okay, I got to figure out a name for my company, and that was just the name that kind of rang true for me, and it's definitely been a project of passion and love, because I specifically want to help heal people through energy work, because as I've experienced, I've noticed that energy work is an amazing modality. Like, it clears things out from your spirit, from your mental, from your emotional, to your physical, and all of these things together is what helps to create a sound body, sound mind, sound spirit. So just being able to use the energy work for people and see the results, it's been amazing for me. Like I get excited like when I'm finished doing a session and I ask somebody, oh, how was your session, and what came up for you, and we kind of get into that consultation part at the end of it, and then I hear people's responses and like all of the amazing things that's happening for them while they're just in this 30 to hour long session. I'm just like, man, you got me fired up. Like, I'm ready to get out and do some work or change some things or whatever. But I just be fired up when I hear like my clients really just get the full experience for what it is that they want, and also what it is that I'm looking to assist them with. So it's been I started the company, I would say, about 2018. I started my energy work journey in 2017. I started out with Tantra, with a particular group, and I certified to level 2 with them, and then I moved over to Akhura, which was started in 2020 with Reiki, and just kind of furthered that journey with her and certified through level 1 and 2 with her as well, and just pretty much stayed immersed in the tantric community so that I can continue to learn and do my own healing, because I did have, some past things with the masculine energy that I needed to work through. So I didn't necessarily want to be a practitioner of Tantra because I knew that I wasn't ready. And anytime we're doing energy work, whenever we're even standing next to each other or interacting with each other, we're exchanging energy. So if you have energy that is just off, whatever the constructs and the backstory is behind the energy, that energy can be transferred to other people while you're working on them, especially when you're dealing with Tantra, which is about your sexual energy. It doesn't mean you're having sex. It just means that you're using your sexual energy to assist somebody else to, come forth to their authentic self and bring themselves to a higher state of consciousness and authenticity. So through that, I decided to move on to Reiki, which, as I learned, was pretty much, I'm not going to say the same because it's using different energy, but it was similar. So once I started to understand that, hey, this energy works, if you sit there and get a session done or you do the work on yourself, this has the opportunity and the ability to change you. So this is something that I decided to pursue because I knew that, especially in our community, with all of the trauma, with all of the different experiences that we've had from birth all the way up until, we get older, that this stuff is knocking off years. I mean, literally years of your life by doing this work. So it just became a passion of mine to be able to do that. And I didn't just want to work on masculine energy, which was what I was taught when I first started Tantra, is that, women are working on men, men are working on women. I wasn't necessarily all that comfortable with men working on me. And I knew that I wasn't in a space to work specifically on men. So Reiki allows for us to be able to work on anybody, men, women, children. And so that actually broadened my scope of, who I was going to be able to assist and who I was actually going to be able to attract as well. So getting into Reiki, moving through the first and second level, and then going into Reiki Master, it allowed me to be able to, actually put this into practice and create a business with it. And then about 2019 is when I started teaching and certifying my own Reiki practitioners, and it's been an amazing journey. So Elevated by Love is just something that Reiki does. Reiki is elevating you. It's changing your DNA. It's changing your auric field. It's changing the energy field and your attraction and what you're open to be able to receive. So it's just been it's been a labor of love, just sharing with people connecting with them, just hearing their stories, seeing the similarities in a lot of the people that wind up attracting to me. A lot of the times it's like I see myself in the people that I'm connected to at some point or another in my life. So I think that that's been pretty amazing to really, see yourself in someone and then see the progression of yourself from where you see that person at. So knowing that, they can get there too, and just knowing that you can assist them because you possibly have been through the same thing as them, or just giving them the knowledge to be able to use this energy work modality to be able to assist them in their lives and, just have it be greater.
Dang. Did y'all hear all that? Did y'all hear all of that? Okay. She said, elevated by love, just stumbled in her lap. And then we got all of that greatness from what stumbled in her lap. Like, I need a name. Let's say elevated by love. Let's elevate the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's elevate the solar system, the universe, the constellations. Let's elevate the planets. Okay.
Yes.
Let's elevate everything that we come in contact with. Let's just
Exactly.
be better. Let's just be greater. I love that. I love that. Now, what about those of us who have become addicted to trauma and the drama, like addicted, like, I'm intravenously in that mental space, that spiritual space, that emotional space, and they try to kick the habit, but they they mad ingrained, like, like, I know it's bad for me, but it feels so good, Lauren said, when it hurts so bad, why does it feel so good? Like, how do you work with them? How do you work with that? Like, how does that breakthrough? What's a breakthrough like in that case?
Well, I would say the first thing is that people have to be willing to do the work. Like, they have in my particular profession, the way that I run my business is that honestly, I only want to work with people who want to get away from the trauma and drama. They understand that it's a part of their lives, that it's been a part of their existence. However, they don't want that anymore. They want something different. So those are the people that I particularly like to work with, because I've noticed that through my journey of elevating myself and figuring out who I am, as I share different information with people or advise maybe warranted or not warranted, that people don't really receive. They're not in a space to be receptive when they're not ready to do the work to change. They're not open to hear what you're saying. They're not open to changing any parts of themselves, because like you said, it's an addiction. And just like any addict, you have to be ready to stop whatever the thing is. And then it's not necessarily going to be easy, because it's something that, like you said, has been ingrained. It's been trained. It's been, it's a part of our fabric at that point. But the people who want to change these particular things, who are interested in seeing a different side of themselves, I invite those people to come and work with me. Those are the people who I'm calling out to, because they're actually on the path of wanting to see something different and wanting to do something different. So they're more apt to actually do the work, put the things into practice, actually make sure that they're in the space, in the headspace, and making sure that they are bringing themselves fully into whatever it is that they're doing, so that they can see the changes and the results. So those are the people that I particularly like to work with. I don't want to spend time on people who have an excuse or gonna make up whatever they like. We can always make up stuff to keep us from doing whatever it is that we want to do. However, it's about the consistency, it's about the desire, it's about the drive for wanting change within your life. And that the change has to first come within yourself. If you want anything to actually happen, you have to do that for yourself first and foremost. And then as you do that for yourself, you start to see the surroundings, the environment, the people, and all of the things change around you. So those are the people that I like to focus on. I'm not here to convince anybody. I've learned that through my journey, that I'm not the convincer. Like, people come to me when they're ready to work. They know that they can't call me on the phone and want to have like those conversations and talk about those same things that we talked about a couple years ago. And it's like the same issues. I don't do same issues. We can have a new issue, or we can have an update about an issue. However, I'm not the one to talk to about the same things over and over again, because, unfortunately, I can be irritable sometimes. And if I don't see people wanting to do the work, then it's like, like, I'm not going to waste my energy. Like, I will literally not work on a client if I see that they're going through the same thing a couple of years later, or, a few months later. You know what I mean? I need to see some type of a progress with the people that I'm working with, so that I can know that, you're serious about this. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting my energy. And it's not to say that these people don't need energy work. However, I may not be the practitioner, because I'm the person that's going to, like you said, I'm here to drop the hammer down. I'm here to drop the hammer down on people. And sometimes people need that. Like, they just need that candid, honest conversation, which is what I'm bringing to people when I speak to them. I'm not going to be rude to anybody, and I'm not here to make anybody feel bad about their situation. However, I am here to help lift the veil off of your eyes, and allow you to see what's going on, and allow you to see what's going on within your own energy field, and how your body is reacting to those particular things. So that's one of the things I think that helps me the most whenever I'm working with somebody, or even talking to somebody, is just helping them to acknowledge what's actually happening in their body. And that's going to be the biggest thing, because that's something physical. It's something tangible. It's something that people can relate and connect to. So I think that it carries over more when we're able to see like an actual physical correlation to what's going on inside of somebody's body. And if somebody has a physical issue that they're dealing with, then I can honestly pinpoint that particular thing. And if they do the work to change whatever that is, then they'll also see that their energy is going to open up, and that things are going to shift in their lives, and different experiences are going to come to them. So I think that's probably the easiest way for me to connect with people, and just help them to start to change that old program, see themselves for who they actually are, and how they're actually also attributing to some of the things that they're experiencing. My biggest thing is accountability. So I think that's probably, I'm gonna put that before anything with my techniques. It's just, I'm the person that's going to help you to remain accountable to your situation, because people like trauma and drama. However, they always exclude themselves as maybe the precursor to the trauma and drama. They'll tell you about all the stories and things that happen to them, but they don't ever include themselves in what happened, and they don't see themselves as the common denominator for all of the different things that they experience. So I'm here to help people see that they're the common denominator. And if we can change that programming in our minds, then that allows us to be a little bit freer. It allows us to see more, and then it allows us to be more open to receive.
Bars. Okay. She love you, but she ain't finna coddle you. You heard that? You heard that? She love you.
I'm sorry, y'all. I
She
love
love
y'all.
you. She
And
don't call my phone about the 50th time about the same issue, because I might slap you through the phone. Okay, I'll be like,
it might sound like a verbal slapping, but
yeah. Okay.
but it's love. It's all love, because I love y'all. I love myself, so I have to love you all, because I've been there. I had to verbally slap myself a few times and get myself together. So if I do it for myself, I feel like I got to do it for other people as well, because I'm not going to do something to you that I don't, honestly do for myself. That's one of my main tenets.
Yes. So now, what has it been like from a teaching modality. So you might be dealing with those kind of people as clients. Now, what about the students, the student body who came to me and said, "Oh, wise one, give me some of your wisdom, and I don't want to learn shit."
You know what? It's interesting because I was going through a business program, and I was talking to my coach, and we realized that is some of what happens to people who have come through the Reiki certification program. It's like they certify, you know, they may only do the first level, which I think is honestly it's good enough for anybody. To just go through that first level, to be able to activate this healing modality within yourself. I mean, you already have the ability to heal yourself already. However, with the Reiki, it opens up the channels more. So, you know, adding this extra oomph onto whatever you already have, you know, physically been born with and spiritually been born with. I've noticed that some people will certify for the first level. However, if I call or check up or send text, some of them won't be using the modality. Or I hear a lot of people who, you know, if they're going through a particular issue, I'm like, oh, well, did you do Reiki? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay. Like, we can't get these tools and then don't use them. So it's like, you know, you got a whole garage full of stuff just sitting there ready for you to build something or do something, but you're not doing it. So it's, which is actually led me to want to expand my Reiki program so that I am doing more hands-on things with people, getting more practice in, giving people the tools to empower themselves so that they are able to go forth on this journey and work on people and literally help themselves. Because what I've noticed is that as I've worked on people, and I probably didn't have my energy all the way right. I mean, everything is in levels and degrees, especially through your elevation journey, that, you know, whatever it is that you're doing 2-3 years ago is not going to be what you're doing now. So as you're using this energy and you're working with it and you're helping other people to clear their own energy, there's a lot of information that's going to be able to come through with that. And that's some of the, I think that's what's sometimes lost with these healing modalities, is that people will learn these particular things, but they don't really understand how to incorporate the energy into whatever it is that they are looking to do in their lives. So that is something that I would like to expand on so that people have more confidence to come out and, you know, work on people, or, you know, continue to work on themselves, or just or even educate people about this information, so that maybe if they're not going to them particularly to do work, that you can reference them to somebody else who can help them. But the ultimate goal is for people to actually use the tool, not to just get certified and then, you know, hang your certificate on the wall and then doing nothing with it. So I find like that's been my biggest thing as well for the people who are coming into this modality, is just like, how are we going to allow you as, you know, a practitioner to get yourself out there, to send this energy and use your particular energy to assist other people. So, but there are a lot of people who I've certified who've taken it all the way, who continue to use it in their everyday practices, and they may not actually be practitioners where they're working on people in, you know, people in general. However, they may be making products. So allowing people to understand and know that, you know, Reiki doesn't necessarily have to be you working personally with someone. You can be Reiki in your products, you can be Reiki in your food. If you're a chef, like just learning how to use these particular modalities to enhance whatever it is that you're already doing. Because as you go through these modalities and these trainings and you learn more, you see that as you are a Reiki practitioner and you move through the levels, you just become Reiki. Like, you having a conversation with someone helps to open doors, helps to give people insight, helps to allow them to be able to see themselves or see clarity in a situation that they may not have seen it in before. So you just become the Reiki. You become the love that people need. And that's probably one of the biggest things that I've noticed, even within myself, and then talking to some of my students, that this is what they're able to do with this particular modality. So it's just been amazing. It's been amazing to be able to watch. However, it still gives me just the notion that, there is more to be done. You know what I mean? And how can I separate myself from, the thousands of Reiki masters who are already out here doing whatever it is that they're doing? Because it's okay to get certified, but like, what are you doing with this? So that's where we're at now. Like, what are you gonna do with it?
Yes. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What was the show? What was it? Us or them, or it was something. It was them. I think it was them. Or something.
Oh, wait, that movie that came out with the double family?
No, I think that's Jordan Peele's movie. There was
Yeah.
like a TV show that came on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had the other guy on there. He had like the Sambo get up, and he was like, "What you gonna do? What you gonna do?" And we were saying to him like, so it was a part of his imagination because he thought that he could exist in this environment that wasn't his own and still be himself while trying not to be himself. So it was fractionalized, and it was torturing for him. So it's like, he went in this store and they didn't want him in the store. So instead of him saying, "I'm not going to this store," he spent a bunch of money on his television set to show that he had the money, thinking that they was going to treat him better. So this thing, in his imagination was like, "Oh, you just gonna go in here and get this big old TV, blah blah blah." So the thing, they showed the duality of like what you would say a coon or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So you would expect him to be in there with with that kind of mentality. Like he's showing them, this is how you look. This is how you look. I'm your mirror. I'm your reflection. This is not who you are, but this is how you look. You see what I'm saying? So, it was there because they were trying to fit into this society that clearly didn't want them there. So it was just interesting. So this
sound like real life. Sound like what a lot of people is going through in their lives right now, unfortunately.
And that show only lasted a season for that.
Because they was like, we waking too many people.
It was like, we didn't mean for that.
Exactly.
But
it was like a glitch in the matrix. They like, oh no, we we let this thing through.
Yeah. So yeah, it was him battling with himself. It was the whole family battling with themselves. It was a traumatic experience that caused them to move from where they were to where they went to, thinking it was going to be better, and it was worse. So there's no escaping, certain things. If you have not dealt with them, they follow you and then they compound. That's what I heard from you anyway. So,
that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened.
Yes.
I see that all the time, like with people. People are running from themselves. And like you said, with that show, the guy, it's confusing because you're trying to act like somebody else, but be yourself, trying to act like somebody else. And like, we just need you to be you. And I really want to just empower people to understand how important they really are without all of the extras, the additives, the thises, the that's. Like, for people to actually see themselves and know how valuable they are just being themselves, because that's who they came here to be. Like, we literally need you to express exactly how you are, just for things to continue on. So that's definitely relevant. I see why they only kept it on one season. It was like,
Definitely. Yeah, it was an interesting thing, and now that I brought that up, I guess I got to do a little, breakdown of that TV show because the TV show was kind of hard. There was a little girl, she saw spirit. Then her sister, she was trying to fit in school, so she was trying everything to be accepted and liked the same way the daddy was trying to be accepted and liked, but not at work. And mama was like, "The hell with all this shit." You understand what I'm saying? Burn this shit down, burn everybody down. Okay.
that's how I get too.
It's not gonna happen. So all of those worlds had collided. You're dealing with historical significance of thinking, okay, migration was the answer. So think about all of our ancestral families who came from the deep south and went other places in search of a better life, better experience for their families, blah blah blah, and came to these places and faced even more tumultuous, you know, covert racism versus the overt that you see down south.
Right.
So all of those things and how that fractionalized a lot of their minds and their hearts and a lot of abuse and things that was happening, you know, from the onslaught of the external causing more internal strife, compounded with the ancestral trauma that they already went unresolved. Like nobody dealt with it, so
Right.
nobody dealt with it, not in a constructive manner. They might have drunk it away or smoked it away, whatever the hell they did with it, but nobody dealt with it. So who was going to be the generation to actually deal with it?
Exactly.
So, like you were saying earlier about, the benefits of Reiki taking, the detrimental years off versus adding detrimental years, so might have to check that show out and do a little something on there before it don't be available on Amazon.
Exactly. Now you're making me want to. I'm about to hit my Amazon Prime up and go look for it now so I can catch it where they snatch it. Just like they did Underground when it was on Hulu. They was like, oh no.
It's like ceasefire. Get them out of here with this.
It's like, nah, man, we doing too much for y'all over here. Knowledge section. So,
Yes. So let's go through your website. We could over here.
Yeah.
Because this website is super fly, y'all. Okay.
Oh, I thank you. I thank you. Shout out to why I can't Seventh Wonder. My bad, y'all. I'm like, wait a minute. I was about to Seventh Wonder for the amazing website design. He also did my logo. So if you guys need anybody to do some work for you all, Seventh Wonder.
Seventh Wonder of the world. Okay.
Yes, but it's an amazing business, and he's doing great things over there with his branding and his marketing abilities. So yeah, one thing that I haven't put on there yet, which we can also get into, is I'm launching. I launched rather a Facebook group for spiritual mothers. Which I feel is very important because as a mother myself, along my spiritual journey, I noticed that many people do not have the support that they need. When you leave organized religion, you get into a space where you kind of close off from everybody because people are no longer in the same thought wave as you. So you feel like, okay, I can't really engage with them anymore. I don't have the same belief systems as them anymore. And then also, as far as the parental unit goes, a lot of the times you don't have that support from them either. my little homegirl trying to break in again. But you don't really have the support from your family as you did before.
Let the child in, let the queen in,
The
let her
queen,
in.
she ready to come in.
She is ready because I don't want her to kill us. Okay, don't kill us.
Exactly. She might. She want me to get her some coconut water.
Get that child some coconut water. We will be right back after
No,
these messages.
her Nana is out there. She fine. That's she's
All right,
fine.
look, I'm telling you, because
She's fine. She'll be fine.
we loves the children.
Yes, we do love the children because they are the future, and that was actually what kind of fueled me for starting this particular group, and it's called Authentically Parenting, and because I want people to really get into this parental space where they can be themselves and parent the way that's best fit for them. I think we have a lot of constructs that we've built, belief systems that we've built around, what parenting is, how you should parent, what you should be doing with your kids or children rather. And it's not gonna work. There ain't no one size fit all. You have to actually know who you are, and get the blueprint on yourself through either using astrology, human design, gene keys, cardology, all that. I'm using all of the all of the modalities so that first I can understand who I am, and then understand how I'm able to parent my child, and then finding out, okay, who's my child? Like, what did they come here to express? Who are they? And working the parenting system around that so that it's not stressful and just overly exerting, because that's exactly what it can be. And I can see the frustration that I felt, other mothers have felt. It was funny. I remember at one point when I think I had just had the baby, or maybe it had to been like a few months in. But this thought came across my mind where I was just like, you always watch stuff on the news about people snapping, snapping and hurting children, which I do not condone. Okay. Like, I'm laughing, but it's not like funny. But just, I had the thought in my head, like, I can see why, people snap. Like, we want people, just because they, push children out of their womb, to just be instant mothers, and to have that compassion, to have that empathy, and to have that ability to hold space for somebody else. And it don't come just like that. 9 months ain't long enough to cultivate that particular energy, that relationship with yourself, to be able to support somebody else without letting it irritate you, without, you know what I mean? Like, constantly just, pulling on your energy. So it was some points where I would be like, you know what? And it made me have a little more compassion, honestly, for mothers who do find themselves in that situation, which is all the more reason that I'm also creating this space, Authentically Parenting, because I see it, especially if you don't have any support, especially if you're a single mother, and especially if you have more than one child, because that in and of itself is taxing, pulling on your energy to do what you need to do for yourself, then having multiple children who you would love to just give, individual energy to, because that's what they need for their cultivation. However, I can see where maybe you want to shake a nigga, like. I mean, like, some point. That's why I continue to do the work on myself, so that I'm not in that specific space where I want to now turn my energy on my child. Like, and it could possibly be them, or it could possibly be me, but I don't want it to get into a space where, anybody can be harmed by my energy. So I'm constantly just cultivating the practice and the work within myself, so that, we don't get there.
That was a whole Chris Rock. I'll shake the shit out of you. Like, crazy. Crazy.
Yes. I remember Chris Rock talking about that. Oh, I love Chris Rock. That's my guy.
We're going to take a moment to let the spirit in and come back and go through this website. Okay.
Yes.
And we will be right back.
Yo, life's a solar roller coaster. Time will make you hold me closer. Hold the torch, show support. My hands and stroke your shoulders to dismantle all your boulders. Heavy is the crown she wore, the stars within her dress, the nest with heaven in her gown. Well, I'm the poet that guided souls, build legacies around. My centerpiece extend, my reach is destiny abounds. Don't be fooled by those who move in squares. Beauty's in the air. Spiritual is spherical, a miracle so rare. I got lyrics in my hair. My locks contain the prophet's names. This is where my compass aim. Vision of my conscious claims, paradise within, on the path that I begin. From the navel, stomach cable, love is able. Summon angels, cut the labels that's been placed on you. Cattle brands and fashion lamps, secretly they claiming you. Stay your light, feel the right, wield the mic and feel the might. The power that will change it all. Rest assured the checkerboard beneath you in the Mason's hall. Knowledge is a real delight, all that I reveal is bright. This what life is really like with vague before the mind control. With haters, thoughts and time unfolds, warriors in they software. Thoughts of when we all cared. Listen, these are timeless goals. Wisdom of this Mayan scroll, twisted like a Morse head. Living as a more, yeah. Love or death above the flesh. Visions of me something fresh. Counseling the lost and found. Characters are lost around. Doctrine of discovery. Still couldn't put their crosses down. Call us black with coffee brown. Cinnamon and nutmeg. Copper and mahogany. Salt and pepper thinkers. Now we peanut butter olivey. See us in the almond tree. See the planet consciously. Drop us in the colony. Akashic soul robbery. Please advance your pottery. Living sculpture, spirit culture. Hear the vulture circling. Let them wait, won't hesitate to leave you as I meditate. Astral travel past the battle. Evil didn't resonate. Cause man is an eternal blend of infinite and temporal. Intimate and special you. Kissed by the electric glue that bonds me and connected you so highly. They respect my view. I'm trying to confess to you. A lion in the flesh with you. A lion in the flesh is true. Son of man, Leo. Understand, Neo. What a grand ego. Geographic beat the traffic. Ether magic. Reach the attic. Climbing deaconate strands. Y'all will smite the wicked, yet he guides me with the same hands. Pituitary pin to you. Got us in the same glands. Run DMT. Walk this way. I take you to where fate lands. Semen of a brave man. See it with your Ray-Bans. Secret of a space jam. Life's a motion picture. The ecliptic is the frame stand. Earth is like a flat screen. Pixel people cells and selves printed on a map screen. The tales of where we dream is now imprisoned in a vast dream. It's resurrection time. The gods are here again. I read the heaven signs. We gotta heal twin. Don't you feel the change? Don't you hear the wind? Just blow your breath in mine and let the spirit in. Resurrection time. The gods are here again. I read the heaven signs. We gotta heal the wind. Don't you feel the change? Don't you hear the wind? Just blow your breath in mine and let the spirit in.
We have to let the spirit in so we're not shaking people, okay? We won't be shaking nobody.
Yes, we don't want to shake nobody. Let the spirit in, y'all.
Yeah. We having shaking people syndrome out here walking.
Right, we don't want. We gotta save the babies.
Yeah. Unless they earn it. Now, if they earn a shaking, I don't know what to say.
And you know what? I'm learning how to not, to, like I said, parent differently and use other, means besides what we grew up on, which is, fucking extension cords and switches. And
we grew up with the devil.
Yes.
100%.
80s babies and earlier, like it's rough.
Yes, all of our childhood was an exorcism. You got the devil in you. We gonna beat the exorcism out of you.
Honestly,
real.
Yeah. Honestly, that worked for us. Like, I guess
it don't work for the next generation.
No, and that's why
we could deal without that. We could deal without giving them that inheritance. We inherited it. It's like, all right, I'm cool. No thanks.
Yes. Because there's other ways. We just have to be creative, honestly, And I'm not opposed to, a couple little pops, but we not finna be on that same type of time that our parents and grandparents was on. Like,
the push-up position works wonders. I'm talking like up to like, whoa, like if you want to see a whole body break down like a shotgun, they start speaking in tongues and all that. I'm telling you, like, hey, jumping jacks and running in place.
Some wall seats, some seated walls, like
what are you doing here? Like, what are you like? How did you get here? Why are you on the wall right now? Because I did it. Yes.
I can't get into those tactics yet. She's still too young. She don't like to stand nowhere for a long time. I gotta use those techniques later. So.
Hopefully you don't have to use them at all. But
hopefully, you're right. Hopefully we don't have to. But I feel like, unfortunately, with children, they test the limits. I see it with my own child. Like, and they're always like retesting their boundaries. Like, you may have set a boundary with them. They may follow it. They will always revisit those boundaries just to make sure that, are these still firm? Can I get a little wiggle room? So I think it's always going to be some other form of, I don't want to call it conditioning, because I am all about, allowing the child to be free and to express. However, there has to be some type of discipline.
Hey, that's the slippery slope and the double-edged sword of the truth. You want the truth, and then you don't want the truth.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's like, all right, they got your genetics and they're your ancestors returned, and we like to say that hot shit until they start acting like they your ancestors returned. They're your elders, in spirit form, enclosed and encapsulated in your child as your agreement. And then when they start telling you what to do and what they ain't gonna do and what they like and what they don't like, then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, this must be a demon in this child.
Not a demon.
Right, so because you go back to your programming, like, oh no, you didn't appreciate any of that demon exorcism. Are you going to pass it to the next generation, or are we going to learn to use our words and our intellect and all of this heightened awareness tools that we have at our disposal and all that? Are we going to use that, or are we going to do what the cave dog did to us?
Exactly. And that's what I'm here to assist mothers with is finding another way so that it works.
It's a role. It's not a lifetime.
Right.
Not somebody's mother for a lifetime. Like, you was someone before that. Like,
right.
Where's the retirement home? Like, don't get encapsulated and imprison yourself in the role.
Right.
It's a role. It's an initiation. It's a graduation. It's like you go there, you go to it for a time, and then you graduate. Like, what do you do after you graduate?
Right.
Like, you still be hanging around the school? Like, you still trying to hang around the school?
One of those creepers?
Like, when I went to this school, you know what I'm saying? Like, no.
You remind me of Al Bundy.
Yes. Right. Like, Al Bundy, Varsity Blues, all of that. Like,
Right.
no, nobody cared about what you did in high school 50 years
Right.
ago. Like, you're weird for that. So, unless you're setting up a space for those youngsters to have some guidance and come in, it's like, okay, like this is what we did with our life after high school or this particular point, whatever it is. If there's no eldership society, you just over there vicariously living and screaming at the children on the football field or the basketball court like you're officially a creep, whether you know it or not. So yeah, so it's definitely time to create safe spaces because you don't know what you don't know. Because
Right.
you could go through an entire modality to where it's like, okay, I'm preset this way. These are my default programming settings. This is what I came to the planet with. And this is often the shit that you're supposed to leave, but this is the stuff that we embrace. Well, this is just how I am. Like, no, they ain't.
Right. Well, let me
Like,
say this.
I'm gonna show you how I am in a second. You keep
Exactly.
going.
Let me say this. So we do have a default program that we can come in with. However, we have to also realize that there's a high side and a low side to everything. So you are here to express exactly what your blueprint is here to express. However, you don't have to be the low side of your blueprint. You can be the highest side of your blueprint. And that is the expression that we're looking for. That's who we want you to be. We understand this is how I am. We understand that it's a part of it. However, there is a high side to every single sign, every single placement, every single everything. So we have to make sure that if we swing the pendulum, that we swinging it back.
See, look, she like, I'm gonna do this before I choke you. See, look, she ready.
Exactly.
She was like 2 seconds away from choking, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. You know,
Oh goodness.
what they said on Bad Boys, what they said, it was like, what was it? What was they saying on Bad Boys? What it was like, I can't remember. It was something from the therapist that they had to say when they was getting upset.
Oh, was it the Nomeo Renge?
No, it was something. It was something else. I don't know what they was. It was in Bad Boys too. I can't remember it now.
Even though I've seen it so many times, you just
Right.
don't remember certain parts to it.
Yeah. And he the cat just start throwing stuff in his office.
That's exactly how it goes.
He was like, you got to get your pressure points. Oh, Woosa. There we go.
Woosa. Yes. Because Martin. Yes, Martin. He was like, I gotta Woosa.
That's what they said. They was throwing shit in the office, like.
And that's what we need. We need to be able to Woosa. And I feel like, this definitely helps with the woosah and the awareness that you may need a woosah, because some people go from 0 to 100 and there is no woosah in sight.
She looked like she was 4 seconds away from getting the switch off the trim. It was like, you know what? Woosah. About the woosah. Woosah your ass.
Yes.
Go sit down somewhere if I woosah your ass. Okay, so it's like, yep, she was ready.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so they go to the table. What's up with the table?
Oh,
the table.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
I suggest if you become a practitioner of Reiki, you should always get a massage table. Let people be comfortable. Gives you a place to be able to work on someone. Me particularly, I do a lot of my work in the ethers. So I do a lot of distance work for people all over the world. So I don't just limit myself to in-person sessions, although I don't mind doing them. I just want people to understand that you can still get energy work done no matter where your practitioner is, if they're on that level or they have the understanding of how to send energy to you, that you can get energy work done from anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. And but the table is a proponent if you are an in-person person and you want to have somewhere. It allows you to be comfortable as a practitioner, and then it allows your client as well to be comfortable while you're doing the work with them. So this is actually one of my Reiki Master certifications, where these particular sisters were going through the Reiki Master training, and they're doing a session on one of the sisters that was in the class. So we always I do Reiki Master training in person. Personally, some people do it online. I feel like it's more of an immersive experience if it's in person. And then it allows you to connect and also to, just get the practice in. So whenever I do any type of Reiki Master training, I do them in person. Level 1 and level 2, I do virtually. I also do, in-person classes as well. However, to make it more expansive and to, reach more people, I do it virtually, so that people can get the experience. And they also can get the attunements and, just feel the shift in their energy, even with me not being in the same space as them.
Okay. So what about protecting yourself from unwanted energy? Because you are naturally conduit as a, you're a medium for spirit, a medium for ancestral intervention, a medium in that space just naturally as the divine being that you are. Now you get to working with people. You already said you ain't for nobody BS, okay? So you already got the emotional and spiritual, psychic self-defense, but beginning to go into work with those who are willing to do the work. How do you protect yourself? That you can share with some of the ways that you protect yourself from these hazards.
So one of the ways that I didn't particularly know about, but as I, continued on in my journey of evolution, is that we have to realize how much power we have in our words. So I don't want people to always think that they have to have a tool or they have to have a symbol. Your words are very powerful. Like being aware that you need protection, you can call in your protection. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, your higher self, your angels, all of them are here for your protection. So tapping into the space of actually speaking your protection into existence. And you could just do that by calling it, if you work with archangels, or if you don't know anything about archangels, everybody's heard of Archangel Michael. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what particular religion or sect or belief system that you are ingratiated with. Everybody's heard of Archangel Michael. Or if you do have a particular spiritual sect that you are with, you call on whatever the deity or energy is for protection, because there's many across the board that you can use for protection. But just calling in some form of protection is a way to protect yourself from other people's energy. I also will send people's energy back to them. That's something I don't think that people utilize enough, is the, ability to be able to send people's energy back to them. So, and you can just simply say that, I'm sending, the energy that is not mine back to the sender. And you can actually feel your spirit, your body, your auric field getting lighter as you send people's energy back to them. You can also call your energy back to you. And you can just say that by simply saying, I call my energy back to me from 360 degrees, from any and everybody that is holding on to it. And I bring this energy back to me, cleansed, cleared, because you never know what people are doing with your energy. So you always want to add that cleansing and clearing in when you're bringing your energy back into yourself. So that's a way to be able to restore, your own energetic field with what you've given to other people through conversation, through standing next to them, or if you're on the train, the bus, like, we're just all, just energy fields connecting and clashing and, interacting with one another at all times. The only time that you're not in someone else's energy field is when you're by yourself. That's the only time you're not sharing your energy with anyone else. So you walking by somebody in the street, you guys have just exchanged energy. It's sex. You know what I mean? Like we're exchanging this sacred energy. We're exchanging it. So just knowing that, hey, I've been outside all day. Let me call my energy back to me. Let me get everything that I just happened to pass off to somebody else, because that's what the energy field is doing. It's filling up the spaces that have been depleted for one reason or another from someone else, or it's grabbing from someone else what it needs. So we're always just looking to be whole in some sense. So this is where the energy exchange is coming from. So just always remembering to call your energy back to you, whether you're in the car about to go into the house, whether you just came from work and you had to deal with a lot of people, call your energy back to you. Send other people's energy back to them so that you can at least know what energy is yours and what's not. Because a lot of the times I'm hearing people who are being plagued by depression and, suicidal thoughts and anger and sadness, or, sometimes we don't even know where that stuff is coming from. We don't know that it's somebody else's energy and it's not our own thoughts that are bringing us into this space. So making it something that you do regularly, and if you can't remember to do it every day, put a message in your phone. Like, we got all kinds of tools and calendars and devices and, alerts and all kinds of stuff that we can do to remind us until it becomes a habit to take this little small piece of time out and give back to yourself. That's the most effective way to be able to protect yourself, because you have your own set of spiritual protection anyway. As a being on this, planet, you came here with protection. Now, I'm not saying they don't get a little slack when when you ain't doing what you're supposed to do and you just bypassing all of the signs and whatnot that they done gave you. Okay, yeah, like they're gonna allow for some things to happen so that you can be here to learn a lesson. However, it is okay for you to just make sure that you just tap in that way. Another way that I particularly protect myself is that I use symbols. There's a lot of protection symbols that you can use. I teach a lot of that stuff in my class, especially with the Reiki. There's just ways to cleanse the energy in a room, cleanse the energy in houses. Just clearing things out is a great way to not be able to pick up other people's energy as well. Or if you know that you have to be in a space with someone, then clean the energy. And sometimes it's not about doing the symbols, all out in front of everybody so that they can see. You can do this stuff in your mind. Like, we have to understand how powerful we really are. And being able to project certain symbols, project certain energy into the room to clear things out, to change the frequency of what's going on wherever you are. So just knowing that you're powerful and knowing that you have these particular tools already embedded in you, you don't need that much else. Then you can move into spaces with crystals if you want to, get into that. There's different types of salts that you can use. Black salt. You can make your own black salt. That's good for protection. There's herbs that you can use for protection. There's a bunch of herbs for protection. So you could even do like a pot boil, certain things, or have frequencies playing, or having different spiritual music playing. Like, certain entities are not going to enter a space when they know that it's already protected. Like they know that they can't come in that space. So even the same way we watch this stuff on movies, and it's like, oh, if a person has certain things up in the house, the spirit is like, oh no, I'm good. I'm not. I'll go find somebody else who don't got no protection up, and I'll go mess with them. So just knowing that we are powerful, and all it takes is for us to be aware and to have and put that energy into the universe that, okay, I'm calling on, even if you don't know who to call on, I'm calling on all my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, for this protection. Use them. People always looking to use deities, and we're not looking to, really call on our ancestors that's been there, that we've met, that have let us sit at their table, who have, engaged with us. Like we looking to get into EFI, we looking to get in, like we may be connected to those particular deities, but like we really more connected with our bloodline than anything. So call them. They don't want nothing to happen to you. Who gonna put the food on the altar? Who gonna put the food on the altar? Who gonna burn this ancestor money? You are a direct reflection of them. So they want you to be here. They want you to express. They want you to finish the damn mission. So they're gonna do all that they can. Aside from your spirit guides, who are also looking to protect you, just to, do all that they can to protect you. So just being aware, calling them in whenever you need them. And it's just as easy as saying, I call my ancestors to be with me right now. Just that easy. And when people are doing this, something that I want you all to practice is when you are calling in an energy, firstly, be in a space where you can sit comfortably, preferably without any distractions, and feel in your body the energy. Feel the energy. Feel how you feel before you call them into the space, and then feel how it feels after you call them in. Because you can actually feel their presence when you call them in. So getting more in tune with that, having more time to sit and, commune with them, then you'll be able to realize that they're always around, some way, shape, form. They're always looking to support you. So I feel like those two particular ways are the easiest ways to just have that protection over yourself all the time, and just to be aware that, it's important to. Oh, another thing, you can, if people are into visualization, you can use colors. Colors are also good for protection. Like you can see a energy field around you, same way they show you in cartoons and different things like that. Like you can create your own energy field and give it whatever color you like whatever color resonates with you. That can also be a form of protection. So putting a shield up can also protect you from other people's energy. So those are some of the things that I'll do if I'm somewhere where I don't have a crystal, or, maybe I forget that I can use my voice, or you don't even have to say it out loud. Your voice is voicing, whether you out loud or inside your own head, you still hearing it. So just being able to tap into that. But if not, then visualize a shield around yourself. Because that will definitely keep people away from you. And sometimes people forget they even put the shield up, and they wondering why people not talking to them or interacting with them. And it's just like, oh, I got my shield up. Okay, let me put my shield down so people can see me and interact with me again. So those are just some simple tools that you can use to protect yourself from other people.
No reefs and no welcome mats. No reefs, man. And no welcome mats. No reefs on your door. No welcome mats.
Okay. Sorry.
No, thank you. No, thank you. If you want trauma and drama and all kinds of people and energy showing up to your house, put a welcome mat out and tell them that they're welcome. Put a reef on your door.
Wow.
Like, stop.
Oh. That's interesting. Yeah. I never even thought about that welcome mat.
Yeah, I mean, you got TVs in the room, you got the mirrors on the wall, you got all of those things, right? Yeah. So, and you already got the welcome mat and the reef on your door. So, like, yeah, they're like, oh shit, what's going up over here? Okay, shit. Fuck all your shit up in here. Like, yeah.
Exactly. Take your stuff, hide it.
Right.
So yes. Oh, I might have to tell my mama to move that welcome mat.
Move that shit.
Just get a mat, mama.
Shit.
Don't put welcome on it.
Not welcome.
Yo, those are the funniest ones, honestly. Like,
because I mean, vampires can't come in unless you invite them in. So what are they saying about that?
I just watched Lost Boys 2 days ago.
That's when it was trying to tell us something. That vampiric energy that coming in.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, definitely. So this has been amazing. Thank you for your time, your energy, for your love, and for your commitment to helping us be excellent and find that space again where love elevates us versus love as you've seen it being displayed going by qualifiers and lists and all the other stuff that's going on. Hate disguises love and love disguises hate.
Right.
So thank you. Any final thoughts? What you want to share with the people again, where they can find you and how they can book you and all of those things.
So Latifa Foster on Facebook. I do have the group that it's a private group. It's called Authentically Parenting. If any mothers are interested in getting support while on their spiritual journey for just evolution of themselves and strengthening the relationship with themselves and their children, I have started the group so you can answer the questions that are being asked before you get into the group, and I'll add you in there. I also like to do interviews with the people who come into the group as well, so that I can get to know, the people who are in the group, so that I can see how I'm able to better support them. So that is also a desire of mine, is to actually engage with the people who are in the group personally, and not just have it be like, oh, another Facebook group, and you have whatever you have going on, but nobody's actually listening to what it is that you need or supporting you in the way that you need. So that's something that I am going to stress specifically for that Authentically Parenting group. I'm also on IG at Elevated by Love. And you can just DM me if you would like a session, or you can go to my website, elevatedbylove.com, to book a session. I just been getting some pop-up sessions, like it'll just randomly tell me in my email, oh, you got a session booked. I'm like, oh, okay. So like, yes, it's open for whenever people are just needing it. If anybody has any physical ailments that they're dealing with, emotional things that they're dealing with, Reiki is always going to help you with that. I guess if you have the right practitioner, because I would say I'm not like anybody else. So my session is not like anybody else's session. And that's something that I also teach my students, is that, no Reiki practitioner is going to be the same, because we all came with our own specific gifts, and how we express those gifts are going to be shown through our particular work. But I do want you to feel comfortable with whoever it is that you do decide to use as your practitioner. Make sure that your spirit feels settled with them, so that you can get whatever it is that you need from your session. But I'm just open to, working with whoever, men, women, children. I also work with children. And yeah, let's connect so that we can spread some more of this healing out to the world, especially in this time that we're in right now, with everybody seemingly losing their shit out here in the streets. I'm like, I don't watch the news much, but I'm just like, it's I don't know if it's not the same type of news that it was when I was growing up. So I don't know what's going on with folks. I see that people are very frustrated and very much in their not self. And, I would greatly love to help people get back to finding out who they actually are and being comfortable with being their authentic self. in this, world expression. So definitely hit me up. We can do a consultation, see if I'm the right practitioner and fit for you. And yeah, let's get it going. I'm going to be doing some one-on-one things for people who would like to get deeper into the space with coaching and Reiki and parenting. So that will be coming soon as well, more than likely at the end of the month. But yes, I'd love to connect with you, or if you know anybody who would benefit from this, please send them. Referrals are always welcome. I'm a 2-4, so in human design, so my network is my net worth. So just, yes, referrals are my way of connecting with the community. So definitely, yes, share.
And she's gonna be back next month, y'all. Okay,
yeah.
It ain't gonna be 50 years before we see her again, like last time.
Right.
So we're gonna beg her to come back once a month, see if she can come back
He
share
didn't
a message with us. Okay. So December, is it November yet? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, this is the first day. We here. We made it. 11-1. All the ones. I'm an 11.
December,
I got 11s.
yeah.
I got 11s in my numerology.
Right? Yes. So thank you, Mother God, for your gifts and your jewels and your gems and your straightening. You know what I'm saying? Because we need some straightening.
Straightening.
Yes.
I needed some straightening, so I am just excited to pass along the straightening to others.
Yes. Straight up.
With love.
And a few shakes.
Like mama. Just like mama. I like you. This hurting me more than this hurting you. That's
yes. That's true. It's true.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
So we're going now. All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and love. We out of here.
We out.
Okay, it's your mother. I'm just calling, checking to see if you got on the safe side. Give me a call so I won't worry. Love you. Bye.
I woke up out of a good night's sleep and slipped right into a daydream that may seem like a lifetime. Then the night rewind to this light shine upon my face as I awake to daydreaming, to chase demons, way to the evening till I'm sleeping. Then I awake, freeze, and I start screaming. It's late, sharp breathing, my heart still beating. Running through the pocket patch, thunderclap, lightning, rain, rivers running from the gaps, valleys, plains, hills, cornfields, the sun and path, running back above the map. Is this sleep deprivation, or am I on deep medication? Am I meditating till I'm asleep, but I keep awakening? I'm searching for the requiem inside my mind's aquariums, trying to break free from this lucid entrapment, using music as my blueprint for magic, my inception to my insurrection for madness. Blessed be priest message, each record's a classic. Pray there's no wreckage when her spirit exit the casket. I called her mommy till she's wrapped like a mummy. My first spaceship was her tummy. I ate what she ate when I'm hungry. Humbled, my arms crumbled as the grates was taking her from me. I shook like a quake, her spirit lift like a ship from a lake. Comfortably, when they come for me, I'ma embrace the entire space, the sun and sea. Then shout, Mom, you did great. Wonderfully, I came from the thunder inside your belly, healthy with 1 or 2 teeth. You taught me to speak, then God told me to preach, and gave me a sword for his head. I'ma take hold of the beast. Soon as your soul release, I'ma let go of peace. Now I'm ready for the war that was shown to me. I'm the devil's hunter, that's the spirit I'm under. I'ma chase you to nightfall, to the sun up, to break the chains of asunder. I have insomnia, on my way to the Andromeda. Study the planets like an astronomer. Interstellar, I'm telling with the elders from South America. I'm 51, and I'm familiar with that area. I'm with the healers when I wrote Rocket to Nebula. My veins are filled with the ancestors' blood, and I'm a replica of the messenger. When it rains, it's just a flood to cover the plains from something high-tech above. The unexplained, the sun is my main. I'm unreachable, untamed, unspeakable, unchanged. I remain the same. Only see growth through my deep quotes. Tell Thoth I'm in deep thought. I could break a bill if they free range. My mother's initials on God's keychain. Storm bills, cornfields, chasing up the Laurel Hill. I'll get at the sworn deals, born skills. Wintertime, warm meals. My mother's gone, I'm on still. Waking up the morning chills. Peer to a dimension fillers to filters. Of spirits for healers. To becoming wireless into splitters. To deliver. You begin losing signal, they're a little. Into crystals. In the middle. Behind the moon's gateway. In the shape of an egg. No more naysayers as you going through the lunar haze. Face plates. Infinity in the 8 shapes. The time is wintry, you see the gray 8. Then turn to the grave and say, where's your debate? For this is fate. I start unplugging, debugging. Before my transition, make man see woman. Then plant myself into the seed before the bee coming. I'm still in the cornfield running. Interstellar, Cinderella, said Cinderfella. I transcend from the nebula. This is the end of an era. I wish you good luck in all your endeavors. Release the pressure, the depressor. Then read the letters. Encounter us without seeing a body, like you emailed us. Delightful that it's not when you contact us, it's when we write you back. I used to watch continents fall just by my chi energy alone. I never used stone. I destroy cities by using cotton balls and big pillars of silken clouds. I watched their towers go down like a comet hit their walls, then smash their buildings with fog. That is all. The post verse. Trying to phone home, picking up ETs on the main line. After I crash, I'm experiencing amnesia and deja vu at the same time. And an unexpected close encounter of the 5th kind. The Akashic Records, Book of Revelations, we experience the 6th sign. What the prophets predict, shift paradigms. Do we believe in the tarots or their minds? The man that travels through the shadows till he shines. Factual, they don't attack you, they attack the genes. My black queen took the vaccine. They blaspheme, ask Tutankhamun, they get curses when you unmask kings. Martin Luther and his one last dream. Riding bikes, climbing heights, whiny heights, flying kites. Lighting pipes, Mayan sights, driving pipes, find a blinding light. Road at night, motorbike, roller coaster sight, closer bright, poltergeist.
Okay, it's your mother. I'm just calling, checking to see if you got home safe, son. Give me a call so I won't worry. Love you. Bye.
Message sent.